You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, folks. It's Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. As the Iron Lady sings it, it becomes official. Welcome to the big show, my family and friends. We certainly appreciate you guys coming by. Without you, we couldn't do the show. For 15 years, we've been bringing you the most smartest, most brightest people in the world. The CEO, the billionaires, the White House presidential advisors, the ambassadors, astronauts, Pulitzer Prize winners, you name it. The smartest people on the planet come on the show, share with us what they do, improve the quality of your life, improve what you're doing, and bring you the concentrated element of everything they do and expose you to new ways of thinking, new ways of identifying your world, processing, and reacting to it. There isn't a show that goes by that I don't learn something new or have an epiphany. And you think after thousands of shows, I'd have seen it all. But there's always new ways to learn and more to learn. We have a wonderful young man who's with us, John Kimble. Joins the show today. He's the CEO of Kimball Fit. He's a former amateur boxer, online personal trainer, and life coach. He's a survivor of 2 suicide attempts. He's been sober since March 15th, 2021. Originally, he was arrested for multiple felonies and misdemeanors. He ended up in a psych ward, once diagnosed sociopathic, making money from robbing houses and selling drugs. And now he's turned his life around. He's helping as many people as he can change, just as he did himself. He's helped many people overcome vices, addictions, and get them physically fit. He's hasn't missed a 3:45 a.m. That's early, boys and girls, a wake-up call. His workout or an Instagram post in 525 days going, which he's doing much better than most of us who go to the gym. Welcome to the show, John. How are you?
Hey, what's up? I'm good, man. Always good, bro.
Always good. It's good to have you, man.
Hell
Congratulations on turning your life around and getting on the path, and now you're helping others. Give us the .coms. Where do you want people to find you on the interwebs, please?
Oh, they can find me on KimbleFit.com. That's my website to go on. Has all my programs, testimonials on there, And then my Instagram, of course, that's where I mainly do everything, my posts and everything like that.
Yeah, on your Instagram, you're working out, you're showing your muscle building, different squats and techniques you're doing, giving people an enlightening device to develop themselves as well. So give us a 30,000 overview of what you do there at your company and what you're trying to do for other people.
Well, as you said, I've had it was a journey, and I've created a process throughout all that adversity I've overcame. All the suicide attempts, the drugs, the addictions, and everything. So I just teach that for others, because that's our purpose in this life, is to heal ourselves and to heal others. So I just teach them to do the same, because that's what I need. I have to elevate myself like that, get a higher frequency, and help others. So that's pretty much what I do. I mean, I get them physically, mentally fit, create a process and a program for them for that. Yeah.
There you go. So tell us about your journey. How did you go through life? What got you going what most people would refer to as the wrong path, and got you going, got you turned around? What was the moment that got you turned around as well?
It was all the pain I was causing to my people. I mean, I was so fucked up, dude. I was like, the pain I was causing my people, like I said, sociopathic. I mean, I would record them crying and use it later for entertainment. That's how messed up I was, Wow. And then I would always do that, and I mean, it was just bad. I threatened to kill people. I got involved with a lot of gang violence and stuff like that, and I mean, I had to be put in a 5150. I had to be put in a psych unit or in a coffin. It was mandatory for me, somebody like me in the streets, because I was just causing all kind of ruckus and everything all around. They had to put me somewhere,
Yep. What happened to your childhood? What was going on with your childhood? How did that influence you getting into that sort of scene?
Niggas always just wanted to be a gangster, sold dope and all kinds of stuff. I was so committed down the wrong path in life, I was the most committed down the vices and the alcohol and the drinking. And the moment somebody flips that switch and turns it around to something positive, and I implemented consistent habits and tasks that built me and construct my character towards the good things in life, then that's when all the good started happening. The addicts, the alcoholics, they're the most committed because they'll do anything for the next drink. I know I would have, so once they switch it over to something positive, then, it's all up from there.
You make a good point. They definitely are committed. I remember, I remember when I first went to Vegas, and I come from Utah where people would pass checks pretty normally. And I first went to Vegas, and I remember we'd had somebody had bought me to build a company there, and so I was cashing one of their first deposit checks, and they wouldn't take the check without calling. They had to call my investors and go, "Did you really give them this check?" And like all this ID stuff, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, I come from Utah, I just moved down here. It's not that big of a deal. And they go, "Oh, well, you're in Vegas now. We have addicted gamblers here." And she told me, she goes, "The problem with gamblers is unlike other drugs, they keep living. So like, well, if you take alcohol or drugs long enough, it'll probably kill you. But with gambling addicts, their addiction doesn't kill them, so they live forever. So they get a lot of bad checks and steal checks and stuff." And I was like, wow, whole different world I live in here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you're right. They are committed. So God bless them. Maybe I need to get addicted to the gym. I kind of
yeah.
But so what was your bottom out point? People always want to know, what was your cathartic moment where you hit the rock bottom and you said, "I'm not doing this anymore"?
Oh, well, dude, I was in the psych unit, and and in that place they have another special place inside of the special place. It's isolation, and and you go in a room by yourself, and it's like a metal door, and then you sleep on the floor with a mat as thin as a sheet of paper, and then I had to sleep on that because they were scared I was gonna have withdrawals or seize or die or some shit. So they had to shine a flashlight in my eye every 5 minutes. I mean, I didn't even sleep, and they kept slamming the metal door, and that shit was loud. You can't sleep with that. Every 5 minutes they would have to come check on me like that. And then I was just, and see, in the moment of isolation, that's when a man reflects more, when he travels alone. So I that's when I just started reflecting, and I was like, why the hell am I here? Because all the vices and everything was out the window. I was by myself sitting alone. And that's when I really started to reflect and everything. And actually the turning point in my life was I was coming off of a bad hangover. I don't know. I just snorted some pills. I did some alcohol or something. I did weed, promethazine all at once. And then I just woke up on the couch, and I was like, that's when it hit me, that moment of, I don't know, a higher frequency, something beyond man. And I got up, I ran 5 miles, and my self-talk was aligned with, I don't need this anymore. And then that's when I really hit that turning point. And I just kept crying, just tears of gratitude just kept coming out, because peak physical performance will connect you to that higher frequency, to, God or whoever you believe in, you know? So yeah, and I still actually have all the files in here from that place. I still have my band number and everything of the unit and wing I was on and shit.
There you go.
I was on A block. That's where all the weird motherfuckers are at. Though, I mean, they got people over there just chilling, having fun, and then all of a sudden they just staring at a wall, and everybody's like, "Go to your room." I don't know. You don't know what's going on over there. Shit just pops off out of nowhere, dude. And then I mean, I don't know if she's about to seize out or what. It's just weird shit. There's drug deals going on in there. People having babies in there. I don't know.
That's what I do on Fridays. There's an old joke from Dennis Miller that says, "No one finds Christ on prom night in the backseat of a car." It's only when you pissed off everybody in the world to where no one will talk to you anymore. And it sounds like you may have reached that point in the psych ward where, you don't have access to all the different things of distraction like drugs, alcohol, and all that sort of good stuff. You mentioned too that you considered or attempted suicide twice. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, the first time, that's why I can't drink, dude. Like, if I drink, it's just all I want. Everything I do, I redline. So if I drink,
Hmm.
I'm doing everything in the book, and I can't drink because I'm either gonna commit homicide on somebody else or do it on myself,
Hmm.
because that's when it did happen when I was drinking, and I was like, dude, I'm tired of this. So I saw sometime you could rip this out of your throat. You could rip your throat out of your neck or something.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
I tried to do that. It didn't work out. I just passed out after I woke up. Like, what the fuck happened, dude? And I was just trying everything to just rip it out. My throat was sore after that, and then that was the first time. The second time I was on a phone call with my chick, and I was just freaking out. I was on alcohol in the vehicle in a car, and I was freaking out. My buddy was next to me, and my parents were actually driving, and I was trying to jump out the car, and it was going like 60 miles per hour. And she told everybody in the whole fucking world I was trying to kill myself and jump out the car. But I mean, it's whatever. And then I mean, because I was like trying to do that again. I was like, this shit's not working. I'm jumping out the car. But I mean, obviously God told me, that it wasn't my time to go, because I had more left to live in life and more people to heal, and that's all I'm doing now is doing that.
There you go. And
But
it looks like you did some boxing and stuff. Were you doing any of the boxing or athletics or working out before you hit the wall and decided to change your life?
oh yeah, I was always boxing. All my life I
Okay.
boxed. I still did it while I was boxing.
Hmm.
I mean, that's always been a part of it. Boxing is actually what saved me, because it always realigned me with purpose, and that's what things people depressed people are the selfish motherfuckers out there, because they're always thinking about themselves, and it's like and they're always like me, but you got to think about everybody else. If I shot myself right now, sure, whatever would happen to me, I care about life less than probably what anyone else does, and then but my parents, of course, would be affected by it. So
Hmm.
boxing always realigned me with my purpose in life, because I was like, no, I do have something else to live for. I gotta punch motherfuckers in the face, and then I gotta do. I
You
mean,
gotta,
yeah.
you gotta have goals.
Now yeah, it's mandatory, dude. And then, but that's just the point, dude. It's like, as long as you have a purpose. So
Hmm.
everybody has a purpose in this life, is to heal themselves and heal others, right?
Hmm.
So if you're ever depressed, anxious, whatever, go help somebody else out that's depressed and anxious as well, and then you'll get massive clarity from that problem in that situation, and that's the moment that you stop worrying about yourself. You get clarity in the situation, and you get to a higher frequency that connects you to something way more than what we are, which is, God, the universe, whatever you want to believe in.
Hmm. There
Yeah.
you go. I mean that makes everything go. So now you've developed this. You started working out. Tell us how the plan went. Where you started working out, you started getting in shape, and started putting stuff. Why did you start posting on Instagram, and then we'll get into how you build out your courses and stuff.
Yeah, man. So I didn't even try to sell coaching at all. I just wanted to help people, because I was like, I overcome so much adversity in my life. All I want to do now is help others.
Hmm.
So I made a website because my conscience told me to make that, and it's like, you need to help people. Something told me to do that after I healed myself. So I just started posting on Instagram, just helping people, training people for free. I trained so many people for free, dude. I don't even know. And then I got people in India and shit. I barely understand
Wow.
it, but I just know I'm helping them. And I mean, I never really charged. Now I started charging. I just paid, I just made an investment like 3K 2 days ago on a
Wow.
mentor, and now I'm starting to monetize it. But people would pay me anyway because of how much value I was bringing. But I just wanted to help people. That's all I ever want to do. I never go after it to look at it as a sale or for money, because in the
Hmm.
cycle word, money didn't exist. You didn't have fucking money. No, money was not existing in there. Just as in prison, there's no money, nothing. The only thing you have is your character, your conduct, and the habits that you construct on a day-to-day basis. You carry yourself around to walk in any room untouchable, and
Hmm.
unbreakable. Yeah, there's no money in there. So all you have to validate yourself with is your habits.
And you've been doing that now. What did we say? 500 and some odd days straight. You've
Yeah.
been and you get up at 3:45 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, well now I get up at 2:45, but I've been getting up for 3:45 longer. But now I started getting up at 2:45 because that's what my conscience tells me to do. So
There you go. So what's your daily regimen of working out? Do you go right to the gym at 2:45?
I get up at 2:45 and I make my post in the morning because and then I make my book post. And I do my morning reflection. I look at what I regret from that day before and who I don't want to be today, and then I reflect, and that's what I do in my program. That's what I teach people to do. That's how my guys always stay ripped year round. They stay congruent because it's more than muscle. It's for the better of yourself, of self development, and that's what I teach. And after that, after I make my post, then I go to the gym. I'm always making content in the DMs. I'm always in the DMs messaging people. Like I never fucking stop, dude. And then after the gym, I make a talking post. I'm just always posting shit. And then I go home, I eat, and I go to school. I'm still in high school. I'm a senior in high school,
Wow.
And then I do that, and then I come home, eat, go to work, come home, and then work on my phone, for like until like 10, 12, whatever time I stop,
Dude, this is inspirational. You're building a coaching business in your high school years, man. Wish I'd done
Yeah.
that.
And the thing is, it's not, I don't believe in age in numbers. I believe in age in wisdom because some 30, 40, 50, 60-year-olds have the same fucking problems as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old kid. And I'm 18 and I feel like I've developed a mindset that's congruent to as like a 30, 40, 50-year-old. So I know I'm 18, but there's some 18-year-olds that are weak and unphysically fit, and there's some fat as shit with hangers. They're gonna have their kids confused, breastfeeding off the goddamn men, from this generation up. And then there's 30-year-olds and there's 60-year-olds that are jacked. It's just all in wisdom.
It definitely. And it sounds like you're inspiring a lot of people. You're working with clients around the world. God, I wish that, when I was 18, we didn't even have the internet. So you've got so many great opportunities and you're taking advantage of them. What do you think is a good regimen for people who need to change their mindset and start working out? And why is it important to work out the body so that you can work out the mind?
It's important to work out the body because, like I said, it's a connection to a higher frequency and it puts you in flow state. There's many things that put people in flow state, but peak physical performance is one of them, and it does connect you and elevates your mindset because it keeps your blood oxidation levels up, which makes, it gets your heart going. And you can't operate at a high level if your blood oxidation is not up. If you're not moving, you have to move your body, But the thing I would tell people if they want to be, more active and construct a better body and mindset is instead of adding things, just take away negative things from your life because you're just adding too much shit. You're just getting confused and everything. Like, dude, just start taking away stuff, and create a small regimen. It's the small daily disciplines that build up into something bigger at the end of the year. 1% better every day.
1% better every day. If you do that, you'll build an incredible life. Who's inspired you? Because you talk really well. You know these points of higher vibrations and different things. Is there someone who's inspired you or you've learned from?
Yeah, my mentor, Wes Watson. But honestly, my mentors is my failures. Everything. If you've been through some shit, some shit. You can talk like this, it's not really like there's 30-year-olds that crack up on stage like it stutter. You don't hear me fucking stuttering because I know exactly what I'm talking about because I live it. I am it, and that's just but Wes Watson definitely, that is my mentor. Yeah.
There you go. And so it sounds like he's done a great job. And so, what do you see the future of what you're doing? What are you hoping to do? How are you going to scale your business, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, I don't really focus on scaling my business. I look at it as how many more people can I reach and help. So I just try to get my name more out there. Like, it's not the best product, it's the best known product, so I just try to reach as many people as I can any way possible, I just what I plan on doing, chasing the feeling more than chasing the journey that it takes to actually obtain the success rather than the success itself, Rather, I just want to create that individual that can attract the success.
There you go. And who are your best clients, do you find? Who are the people who help you the most or come to you the most with certain issues?
Well, it's normally I guess younger guys like in their 20s, 18, because they see me and I'm an inspiration. But the ones that really push me is like I have a client, she's an anesthesiologist, and I mean, if you get high level clients, then you have to step up, because she's had a high level trainer too, but he hasn't kept her consistent, because I mean, what he's teaching her is flawed. But yeah, it's mainly like the men do, because I mean, they're normally addicted to the vices and everything, vices, addictions, porn, jacking off, whatever. And I help them with that, so because I overcame my addictions.
Overcoming that's really important from a lot of aspects, especially if you're spending way too much time doing anything. Anything in moderation is good. So, do you anything you're working on for the future? Is there a book coming out maybe sometime soon? It sounds like you're doing a lot of commentary. Might have a book.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that in the future. My conscience calls me to do it. I'm definitely doing that. And but right now I'm just trying to collab with bigger names. Trying to collab with bigger names and get my message out there, because I mean, most people's habits are not aligned to where they want to be. Like even men out there, my habits are. That's why I've constructed this body, and this everything, because my habits are not flawed. You know what I'm saying? So most men's habits out there are not aligned with the body they want, and which will gain them respect by their people, for their people, and help them inspire others. And they're drinking, doing all kinds of shit and addictions. That's why I teach my program, because it helps that.
There you go. And so, how do people onboard with you? How do they sign up for your services? How do they reach out to you and see if you're a fit, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, I'm just always in my DMs on Instagram. I'm always in my DMs. I respond to every message, and then my website, of course, they can message me on there too.
So KimbleFit.com. I can see here you got a free guide sign up where people can sign up for that. They can probably reach out to you, contact you through the website as well if they don't find you on Instagram or connect. I know sometimes Instagram puts things in a spam box if you're not connected, so that could be annoying. There's a picture on your website from, I believe you have a community you're running, where it shows a weight of 181 and then 117.2. Was that a weight that you were at one point?
Yeah, I had fucking like 10-inch arms, buggy whips or something, dude. Yeah, I was skinny little bastard, and then now I'm obviously more jacked now. But yeah, and if you scroll down, there's some of my testimonials I have.
Yeah.
Not all of them. I need to post way more mindset testimonials. That's just it just barely touches the basis of it. But yeah, I have that. But no, yeah. And on Instagram, I think it's just John Kimball 01. Or
there
John
you go.
Kimball 01. Yeah.
And then you talk about binge eating, bulking, macronutrients, meal prep, mentality, mental game is a lot of it, nutrition and training. And so you gotta give people a lot of different things to do. So did you had to bulk up then because you're a skinny guy and to muscle up then, huh?
Yes, but I always boxed, so I always stayed. I had to cut weight, maintain weight. I had to stay that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you still box?
I go spar sometimes just because it makes me because I've always had anxiety to spar. So I do that on purpose so I can run into the anxiety, because if you constantly avoid that fear, that situation that you're dealing with, it'll just progressively get bigger. Conflict avoidance is conflict multiplied. So if you consistently avoid that problem, it's not gonna do anything. So I like running into I like self-inflicting adversity on myself. So yeah.
There you go. If you challenge the body and the mind, I mean, you can improve it. So, John, is there anything we haven't talked about that you want to share with people on the show? Anything we haven't covered?
No, man. It's just my story. It's like I said, I used to I used to this is the thing, right? When I was doing all the criminal and illegal stuff, I was robbing houses. I would be so comfortable doing that. You know, it would, like, I would be in this dude's house, and then he'd have like a Hello Kitty picture on his fucking dresser, and I'm like, what, this dude got a Hello Kitty? And I don't know, just comfortable in there. And I go back like 3 times, and but I would never do that to normal civilians. I would do it to criminals. That dude stole shit, you know. So I mean, but I was so comfortable being uncomfortable in the negative. Right when I switched over to what's most positive, then that's when it changed for me, you know.
There you go. So give us your pitch out to people to onboard with you, to reach out to you to do business and use your coaching and get inspired by you.
Yeah, it's like I said, my Instagram is john.kimball01, and then my website is KimbleFit.com. I have a program. I have a $14.99 monthly program and a $4,000 for 3 months program for the mindset training and nutrition. That's where we get you right, like mentally, physically, mind, body, and soul. And then the physical, just the nutrients, the nutrition and fitness program is $300 a month, $750 for 3 months, $1,300 for 6, and $2,000 for the whole year.
Nice. Well, you're building it out and inspiring people. Give us the .com so people can find you on the interwebs one more time.
Yeah, it's KimbleFit.com.
There you go. Kimble, I'm sorry. John, thanks for coming on the show. We certainly appreciate it, man. Very inspiring, and I'm just totally blown away. 18 years old. Gen Z is kicking ass and taking names. You seem to have you've got your mind screwed on better than most people, well, my age. So there you go.
Hell yeah, dude. Of course. Like I said, it's ages and wisdom. Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I look at these, man, and you could just see the insecurity sitting on their face. You know, it's like, God damn, man, are you really that insecure? I'm 18, and I can sense that insecurity when he walks in the room, you know, but yeah.
There you go. You've really tuned in. So thank you very much for coming to the show, John. Thanks, Mounties, for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss. Subscribe to the big LinkedIn newsletter, 130,000 group on LinkedIn. Chris Voss 1 on the Tickety Talkety, and Chris Voss, Facebook.com. Thanks for tuning in. Be good to each other. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time. That should have us out.